We're into the
Don't click
game.
any buttons.
I didn't click any buttons. I clicked none of the buttons. In fact, first ban going to Polycat, and boom, no waiting, no hesitation. He immediately bans Shen. The Eye of the Twilight. Shen, the pain of everyone in solo queue.
I think this is a shout out to the giggles is from Gulliver here.
What was?
And bloop, he messaged me.
Oh, well, all the one stream viewers actually can see things that I can't, because I can't even see Chili's stream. Because if I did, it would get really weird, because then I would start feeding back in through Mumble, and then, man, the shit would be all over that fan, let me tell you. And let me tell you, fans are not designed to deal with shit. In the same way that my body is not designed to deal with the heat in this room right now. Oh
Listen,
my
it's
God.
late.
It's late. Wait, are you trying to excuse my words?
Yes.
I mean everything that I say. I have taken, let me check. Let me check. Actually, there is not a milligram amount. I have taken some caffeine tonight. Some. I cannot give you an exact amount, but it is enough to keep me going, keep me hyper, and keep me talking really rapidly.
Apparently a shout out for Derpy Cakes from Akatsuki Angel.
Ooh, derpy cakes. If
Apparently
somebody
so.
made that, is it like Debbie cakes? Like those little...
But with slightly more derp.
with slightly less, with a little herb. Just
Just a dash.
Sounds
a dash of
delicious. Shen, Janna, Rammus, and Trinity. Trinity are actually banned right now. Now, we have seen, and I don't want to talk too much about this before, but it's already banned. It's already set in stone. We have seen J-Light play Trinity before. I'm not sure whether or not Fairy Tail banned Trinity because they didn't want to see it just in general, or because they do that, they plays that. Interesting.
But doesn't look like they're reacting to the last game picks. At least not yet. They've got one more ban, so we'll see.
Hey, Polycat.
And Spaghetti Cat
I
picked
got
the
you.
same 3 bans. Oh! It was a target, but not at you, Polycat. Melon Man, you're just getting
Actually,
crossed out.
ooh. Okay, so I like this. First of all, same bands for Team Spaghetti Cat. They're sticking to their guns. Actually, the first pick, Warwick. Interesting. So this is different. I really like this juxtaposition because basically we're seeing Team Spaghetti Cat do the exact same thing that they did last time. Meanwhile, we have very different approach from Fairy Tail. We have the Alistar ban. Recognizing that Alistar set them up so many times to get destroyed in those team fights, and I have to agree, there were 2 pulverizes that were absolutely key in those team fights, catching at least 3 members of Fairy Tail in 2 separate team fights that really turned the tide of that battle. Also, Alistar in lane could be a huge pain. Although I think it has to do more with the team engagements, the skirmishes and the like, because Alistar Poktar was doing a great job on that Alistar. Although, to a certain extent, we haven't deviated too much. We do have 8 Arbit Rage, grabbing that Lee Sin. ATAB now actually settling on Maokai. We'll see whether or not he decides to go with that.
I think A Arbit Rage did play pretty well top as Lee Sin, though it looks like now considering Gangplank.
Ooh.
He had a couple of nice kills on Cannon.
He did. I loved the kick into the tower with the Ignite. It was so calculated. So he was like, I know how much damage my ult does. I know how much damage Ignite does. Done.
Yep. And so many times you see Lee Sin's kicking away a target who they could have finished off, and
of course.
Countering that with the Ignite. Very clever.
Of course, we never do that as Lee Sin players.
Well, I never
Isn't
do
that
that. I don't know what you do.
Excuse me. How many times did I kill you in that ARAB earlier tonight? How many?
I don't
16?
remember. That doesn't sound right at all.
28?
I think those might be made-up numbers. That
Probably
are not
more
real.
than 40. It's okay. Chili has Chili's not great with Janna, and I happen to be an amazing Lee Sin.
I got first. That's unrelated. Also, this is different. You said they're
totally
doing the same
killing.
thing. This isn't the same thing.
Shh, Melon Man,
so
it was
far-
not like 2. Don't embarrass me on stream. Oh wait, it's not even stream. That's on video.
No,
I just announced
gave it away.
Whatever.
Nobody else knew until now.
Poktar with the classic random. He has settled on Fiona right now. Actually, Mr. Gulliver going from Anivia back to Ari.
And Ari was actually banned in the first game from Fairy Tail, so
Yeah.
this time looks like it's free, and Gulliver is perhaps thinking about picking that up.
I gotta say, watching Ari is so much fun. I love watching Ari. Ooh, there's Shaco by Poktar. I'll get back to that in a second, though. Watching Ari, because when those charms go out, like, your heart skips a beat. And, oh, that's so... oh, no, switching to Brand. Oh, no.
He's trolling you.
He is trolling me. No, but seriously, when that... And you know, all puns aside, when that charm goes out, my heart seriously skips a beat, because it can be such an amazing CC. Paktar settling onto that Nunu. Very, very, very interesting. Mr. Gulliver getting that brand. Jin over here with the Ezreal pick. Sealy grabbing what looks like to be a Caitlyn. And we'll see whether or not they stay with the very unorthodox picks. I mean, it could be an AP. Ezreal. Oh, switching over to Taric now. Going back to his guns.
Melon Man, you've lost your talking on stream privileges. I'm sorry.
How do you stop him? He's just going to PM you more.
No, I just exit out whenever he tries to say anything.
Oh, that's true.
It's pretty easy.
Oh, and my back is getting to that point where it's starting to hurt a whole lot. No big deal, though. Oh, just cracking that old neck. So chilly.
So
one day, Graves went to a pawnbroker because he needed to take out a loan.
oh no, this is the joke.
And he gave him his watch because of course Graves has a watch, and he took the loan, and you know how pawnbrokers obviously work. And he went and he came back to repay the loan, and the pawnbroker was going to return the watch, but it turns out that in the meantime the watch had become broken because unfortunately it had undergone collateral damage. And that is the end of the joke.
That was it?
That was actually it. I was actually just me talking. But I don't know about any of you. I don't know if any of you had to read that Dostoevsky book, Crime and Punishment, in high school.
I love that book.
You love that book. Actually, I enjoyed it quite a deal. But for some reason, whenever I think of pawnbrokers, I can never not think of Crime and Punishment. You know?
You can never not think of killing them with a hammer.
With an axe. With
an
axe, Chili. But
right.
But no, it's not even that. It's just I have to think of the book, just in general, and Dostoevsky altogether. I really did like that book. But now we have a lot of picks that we should probably say something about. So they did settle in on Taric Caitlyn, kind of a classic combo for bot lane. And Chris's Serial now picking up Kennen, as we see again, and J-Light now on Aurelia.
Ooh, TF. I kind of want that to be real. I like TF.
Mr. Gulliver, I'm not going to say it, but those on YouTube will see it, and I am laughing. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. This is me laughing. Okay.
I just warn you, if this goes to game 3, this will only deteriorate.
Deteriorate? I think you mean get better-rate.
I mean,
because
improve-rate.
Improve-rate, because I'm only getting better as time goes on. Unfortunately, though, although I am dressed up nicely, from the waist up, I am wearing sweatpants, and it turns out sweatpants are well, for sweating, and I'm getting really hot, dude. Basically, that's all I have to say. I'm getting really hot. Akatsuki Angel, he has now picked Cassiopeia. The teams are locked in. Let's go down the line. I'll take Team Spaghetti Cat this time. We have Polycat on Warwick, Paktar on Nunu, Mr. Gulliver on Brand, Chris's Serial on Kennen, J-Light on Aurelia.
Hang on a second. What's the bot lane? AD Kennen?
Well, what do you think?
Well, that's the only thing I can really see.
Come on,
but
Fairy Tail, do it.
Oh yes, Fairy Tail. Atav is jungling on Maokai. 8 Orbit Rage, Gangplank top. Oosh, nope, just regular Jin. I remembered. Jin supporting the Taric. Sealy. It looks like Sealy and Akatsuki Angel actually switched. Last time Akatsuki Angel was the AD carry, and this time AP mid. So Sealy is doing AD carry, and Akatsuki Angel is going to be mid. AP. And now we are in that time of the day where we just wait, and that's it.
And well, now we can talk about things, and I love talking about things. In case you haven't noticed yet,
I've noticed.
By the way, to anyone tuning in right now, because why not? This is the Rise Up 2012 final match between Team Spaghetti Cat and Fairy Tail. We're in the second game of the best of 3 series. The first game did go to Team Spaghetti Cat, so we are at a match point. This is Edwin Bowles. That's me. You can't see me on the stream, although you can't see Chili on the stream either, but you're watching his desktop, not mine. You're just hearing my voice. And there's Chili. He's the one streaming for you. These videos will be up on PSUP, or I'm sorry, they'll be on youtube.com/PSUP Esports. That is our YouTube account, and you will be able to watch them tomorrow if you want to see the action again or see it for the first time. So tell your friends to come and check us out. This is going to be awesome. So let's take a look at these teams real quick.
I've looked at them.
That Coke.
I see them.
Delicious. Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I was hoping you would clarify.
Who would drink Coke? Okay, no, I'm not even gonna go there. Listen, we have similar-ish picks. You know what? Screw it. We don't have similar picks at all.
Yeah,
for Team Spaghetti Cat.
Completely different.
We had the same bands as last game. We had the Warwick first pick. So Polycat obviously very comfortable on Warwick. Wants to have that hard CC at his beck and call. Wants to be able to make picks, make ganks, make those plays happen. But meanwhile, we have the Paktar, Chris's Serial, Nunu, Kennen bot lane, which has, I have to say, a lot of utility. You have tremendous slows coming out of Nunu. Chris's Hero, very speedy, very hard to catch, very long range, and built with a built-in stun. So pretty great there. J-Light going top on Irelia with the teleport flash. Very sustaining, can do a ton of damage. And Mr. Gulliver on the mid Brand. I gotta say, I love Brand. I always want him to be played more often. So a lot of CC and a lot of damage coming out of every single member of Team Spaghetti Cat. I would like to make that super clear. Every single member of their team can do a lot of damage. Even Paktar. I mean, that ultimate's going to be pivotal in some of these fights.
Speaking of Nunu, I got a pentakill in there, and I'm proud enough of that I'm going to share it on stream, because It was hilarious.
In a different game, of course, from the game where I trashed you, as you said.
No comment.
Sing!
It's not true.
I just got to sneak it in there. No, yeah.
Post that video.
Actually,
and let the good people of the world see that.
Oh no, you destroyed us.
You
destroyed us so hard. But we do want to talk about real quick Fairy Tail here. We have the Maokai jungle, whose ganks are some of the strongest in the game. That Twisted Advance being such a great gap closer, and CC in the early game, especially considering that Jin also playing Tarek has a ranged CC in the form of Dazzle. So ganks for bot lane could be very, very strong for Fairy Tail. The laning situation for Gangplank versus Irelia, I always find to be a very interesting matchup. It can really go... throw me out of the screen there. It can really go in either way. In fact, I tend to believe that Gangplank has a very strong early game. We do note that both players have picked up a teleport.
Yeah, I thought that was important as well.
Absolutely. One of the things that's going to be difficult, though, is that Gangplank is not going to scale nearly as hard as Irelia. Once Irelia hits level 4, 5, and 6, I have the feeling that she's going to be able to dominate that lane and then have a really, really strong mid to late game. Now, Arbit Rage, given enough time, will be able to farm up and be very strong, especially as a tanky Gangplank, which is going to really help his team out. But in the lane, it might get a little rocky there for a bit. Sealy on Caitlyn is the biggest pick that I'm a little weird about. Caitlyn doesn't see much competitive play anymore, and while the Caitlyn Tarek can be extremely strong, you know, lay down that Yordle snap trap underneath the Dazzle for extended CC, while that can be very strong, it can also be just, she doesn't scale nearly as well as some other ADs. That being said, we do have Kennen, who's not the strongest scaling AD in the game. And finally, Akatsuki Angel has Cassiopeia. Probably the biggest thing to note about this is that Sealy and Akatsuki Angel have actually switched places. We did have Angel on AD last game, and Sealy on mid, and now we have switched places, putting Angel in mid and Sealy on bottom. As Cassiopeia now, mid is going to be all about this burst damage. I mean, God, if Brand can land that stun, he can be blowing up Cassiopeia, but if Cassiopeia can kite Brand down with those twin fangs and those Qs, those venomous bursts, absolutely... It could go either way. Very explosive lane.
Look at this wintry map.
I love to see that. Hey, the snow, says Chris's Serial. I'm loving it. Chris's Serial, also known as Gollum. Shout out to that Lord of the Rings reference that I got wrong a couple casts ago, but it's okay. He is still Gollum in my heart. Akatsuki Angel saying, yo, you ready? He is ready to go. We do have Fairy Tail up here and Purple Team. They're coming out. Some saplings going down already from Atav. Atav, the Jungle Maokai, almost definitely going to start those Wraiths to blue, but it looks like actually with the positioning of Angel, he may come around and start enemy Wraiths into his own blue, which I actually like a great deal. If you're Maokai, always consider starting at the enemy Wraith camp, because that can be, it's actually a little bit faster getting back to your own blue. Actually, I'm not quite sure about that. I haven't timed it, but you're also counter jungling, which is pretty great. A lot of nice chat going on that I'm kind of just glossing over right now. Just Christmas Hero says, I love Christmas. I will point out all of the typing is coming out from Team Spaghetti Cat right now, and Fairy Tail is like saying ominously silent as they move into the jungle. Ooh, jungle.
Right. They're just letting them fight about it.
It looks like they're not going to be starting
Don't do
enemy
that,
Wraiths.
Tom.
They're going to be starting at enemy everything. And we do have a couple saplings going down, covering their retreat. They're playing Hanzo and Gretel right here. Fairy Tail saying, well, we'll be able to find our way back thanks to these saplings. And, oh, actually, they might go in for bot. If they see Chris's Serial and Paktar want to take those those mini golems know they're going to go around instead and check that brush and safely steal those wraiths. We have a ping right now. I think they could have made a good play bottom lane, but they're not going to do that. Actually, Maokai moving in. Oh, there's a trap there. No problem. Meanwhile, the leash for Polycat is strong. He has picked up wolves already, so he's not like he's any farther behind. His bottom of his jungle, of course, will be slowed down significantly by ATAV. Now, where Polycat decides to go from here is very significant, and one of the biggest things about this is look where what Arbit Raid is doing. He's actually picking up red first, and we actually saw Fairy Tail do this in a previous game. So he's got red first, but he's very low, and he has started Cloth 5.
And he does have teleport, so he'll probably back teleport and be fine. Or maybe he'll try and go.
No, he is going to teleport back, or he's gonna back and then teleport in, I should say.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Well, I was just confirming that it is indeed what he's going to be doing. And unfortunately now, I did not doubt you at all. But Polycat's moving down to the bottom jungle, realizes his red, and his wraith has been stolen. The wraiths, of course, have respawned, no problem there. And that's actually going to be quite significant. He didn't even he didn't have the chance to really counter jungle that, so he's going to be slowed down quite a bit. And Jin's just going to go ahead and park himself right down here in bottom lane with that Taric threat stun. Almost as powerful as the stun itself. The idea that you can use that at any time against the enemy team can really put them on edge. And J-Light's saying that M5, shout out to the strong counter jungling start that Fairy Tail just demonstrated. J-Light looking like he's having trouble right now with the red buff. Arbit Raid does have a level up on him. He has the red buff. He has a ward in addition to Cloth 5, so it's going to be really hard for J-Light to do much against him right now. He's going to have to wait it out to get as much farm as he can and scale.
And this is when Irelia really doesn't have a great start.
Suffers, yeah, absolutely. J-Light's just going to be queuing him as soon as he comes up. There's the Q. Maybe a basic attack as well. Nope, doesn't look like it yet. That wave is pushed, though, although Polycat coming back in, he does not have red buff, so his gank's going to be severely hindered. Maokai's already picked up his own red, so far ATAB's had a great jungle to start. Polycat's really suffered for that counter jungling. Mr. Gulliver doing all right in mid against Akatsuki Angel. No explosive yet. But this is really interesting. The bot lane right now is totally pushed for Team Spaghetti Cat, which is exactly the opposite as what was happening last game. And this, of course, has to do with the champion choices very much. Nunu, Kennen having a very strong presence in lane, but the Ashe, Alistar of last game let that lane get pushed quite a lot from the MF Taric. And Akatsuki Angel in an interesting place right now, and yeah. Cool.
So J-Light actually at half health, really taking some damage from Arbit Rage and his red buff, but this will be the time where J-Light will probably be able to start coming back, so we'll see if Arbit Rage can make a play.
Absolutely, and again, actually, here's Polycat potentially moving up. He is actually going for the counter jungle, going to move in on those wraiths. I would like to say J-Light, again, starting with a Doran's Shield. Now, that happened to work out very nicely for Kennen, but Doran's Shield, I'll say, and I've said this many times, arguably one of the worst Doran's, or the worst Doran's item in the game. And on Aurelia versus Gangplank, I would have liked to see a Claw 5 start maybe into Ninja Tabi or something of that sort. Arbit Rage's red has run out. J-Light's farming some stuff up. He has full mana. Arbit Rage's mana is low. Polycat's here for the gank. He's in the brush. He just hit 4. He's going to have the Blood Scent. Here's a ping from Blue, but actually we don't watch top. Arbit Rage is moving on to J-Light. Here comes Polycat. J-Light does have the flash up. And we'll see whether or not he needs to use it. There's a lot of damage going down, but I don't think he's going to have any trouble just walking away from this.
Yeah, but he may have to back, and could probably give J-Light the
he's still got 4. He has 4 more health potions, and J-Light is sitting at a Doran's Shield again. So I think Arbit Rage is going to be just fine to stay in this lane. Actually, he's moving in for a little bit of damage, J-Light, but nothing right now. Polycat might get caught by ATAB. ATAB doesn't know the Polycat's in his jungle. Here's a weird situation. ATAB's got the blue buff. He's moving in on top. He wants to get the gank on J-Light, which could be really strong. He's coming around. J-Light's in a bad position. He can get caught way out. Arbit Rage doesn't have enough for a parlay, but unfortunately, here's ATAB in. He does the twisted advance, doing a lot of damage. But here's Polycat to come back. Oh, they're going to switch into Arbit Rage, trying to get that kill. J-Light flashes into the brush, interestingly, and this is kind of a weird fight.
Arbit Rage actually flashed into the brush as well, almost simultaneous flashing.
Okay. And looks like nothing's really going to happen. Mr. Gulliver actually getting driven out of lane right now by Angel, but Angel's actually out of mana at this point. And the lane is now pushed back. Ooh, what?
Just all these lanes are exchanging. Look at the health of everyone.
Yeah.
Nobody's safe right now.
I like to point out that Sealy and Jin have done a great job of establishing a lead. Christmas Seal, of course, already had 3 health pots and, not a healing support, so he's really having trouble in this lane, dealing with the incredible range of Caitlyn. He is going to take this chance to back. and probably pick up a few Dorans. He has some gold. He has gold for 2 Dorans. He might get a Vamp Scepter. He will pick up something. There's a ward going down for Fairy Tail at the Dragon. Just a green ward. And he will pick up double Dorans and a Cloth Armor. Ooh, starting for that Wriggles start on Kennen. I definitely like that in this particular lane.
Especially because of the attack speed steroid from Nunu.
Mm-hmm.
Arbit Rage probably going to back top, maybe teleport back in. Just pushed out a huge wave from his tower.
His teleport's still got about like 20 seconds left, so I doubt that. He's probably just going to run back. The Dragon is warded. Actually, great warding right now from Fairy Tail. They do have a ward in the bottom jungle of Team Spaghetti Cat. Polycat now moving up to blue. See if he's going to donate that to Mr. Gulliver. Almost definitely he will. Will not need that blue for himself. He actually only has boots 2 pots right now. Polycat is not actually backed yet, I guess. 2 wards in bot on that Tri-Brush, and actually they seem to know that.
They do have a vision ward.
They have a vision ward. So, Derp, of course they know that. Fairy Tail will be clearing that pretty soon. Mr. Gulliver getting donated that blue, and it looks like Angel not going to quite have a blue yet, although it should be popping any time for ATAV. There it goes, and we'll see a blue. Double blues in mid here any second now, I'm sure. The farm is actually going quite in favor of Fairy Tail right now. They're up 500 gold, and that farm advantage is seen mostly in top lane, definitely, where we have Gangplank sitting in a nice 52 versus Everly is 30. Some pushing going on bottom lane. We still have Caitlyn, who is not quite backed yet. Chris's Serial, of course, at a nice advantage. Interesting that Sealy was so pushed and knew that Chris's Serial had backed and chose not to back. That's really a weird choice, considering how many more items now Chris's Serial has. Actually, Usman's getting really low. ATAV's here for potentially a counter or just a gank, but looks like bot lane is in no position to help them out with that. And this is really, really good for Team Spaghetti Cat.
Fight top. It looks like a little skirmish between Arbit Rage and J-Light. Trying to keep an eye on bottom as well. They're still so low. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Actually, oh, look at Angel coming around. He's going to come around for bot lane. They're going to try to bait with the low health Sealy and the low health Jhin. I think Team Spaghetti Cat's probably not going to take the bait, but they don't have a ward for Angel to come into the lane. But here's Sealy backing. What are they trying to do here? This is a little so Sealy's back, but Angel's still here. I don't know. And no, he's just going right back to mid lane, but that did give Brand a little bit of time to free farm. He's going to lay down a ward on the side of his lane. Yeah, pretty static. Actually, that's pretty interesting. Look how much the gold difference has changed in a short amount of time. Actually, we're down to 200 gold difference from 500 in a matter of like a minute. Team Spaghetti Cat somehow making that up in farm. Brand actually doing great. He's highest farm in the game right now, beating Angel in mid. And ooh, a meeting in the jungles. We have ATAP sees Polycat backs out immediately. We have still blues for both teams, but we have Polycat with a red right now, and no red right now for ATAP. Polycat's going to go and get that ward down. He is 6. He has the ultimate. An ultimate right now on Angel will be very good. If Mr. Gulliver can get a stun off, that would be like chain CC damaged full to 0. Polycat's in here. He is warded. Well, they know he's here, but he's not warded currently by Fairy Tail. Sealy, I would like to say Sealy backed and has come back in the lane with 2 double Dorans, 3 pots, Berserker's Greaves. So a little bit of attack speed advantage over Chris's Serial, but otherwise... it's pretty even. ATAV about to meet Polycat again.
There's the ult! ATAV's going to eat a lot of damage. Oh, but the stun's going to miss from Mr. Gulliver, but he's still going to manage to get the kill. Actually, Polycat will get the kill, and Mr. Gulliver getting very low from Angel, but that red buff slow is going to be great. Angel flashing in. Oh, but a brilliant stun by Mr. Gulliver. Oh my gosh. That was amazing. And that's going to be 2 kills for Team Spaghetti Cat, rocketing them into the lead, and Mr. Gulliver is going to be in a great position for mid right now, as well as Polycat. Oh, look at this Polycat immediately knowing, seeing that Maokai did not have the red buff. He's going to go up and steal that immediately. We do have J-Light back. He might be able to do something about it, but remains to be seen whether or not he knows. Oh, wow. Super fast with those Madred Razors. Polycat stealing that red immediately. A brilliant play.
Ooh. You missed something pretty exciting, but oh, there it is.
Oh no, Chris
Arbit Rage actually sniped. So what happened is Sealy used her Caitlyn ultimate on Chris's Serial, and Paktar actually flashed in between it at the last second to take the bullet, but then the AoE ult from Gangplank was able to take out Chris's Serial, who is at really, really low health bot. And I agree with him. It really didn't. I wasn't sure if he was actually in the Serial in the circle. Ugh.
tell all of them that Kennen is male. I hope they're not talking to us. I'm fully aware that Kennen is male. I hope I didn't refer to Kennen as she. I didn't mean to if I did.
Yeah, ditto.
Oh, this is interesting. A lot of really aggressive Cassiopeias choose to start with a 2 or 3 Dorans opening, and this is Akatsuki Angel instead choosing to go for the Catalyst, early Rod of Ages, or maybe a potentially early Death Cap. I kind of like that. It's going to be nice and added tank and some added sustain in lane, but those Dorans can be really powerful. I think that Angel recognizes, though, that he's kind of in a bad spot due to the earlier events, and that Mr. Gulliver is in a good position to do tons of damage. He has that Needless Large right. Here's a gank top. Oh, Jaylight's getting really low. A nice flash, but oh, wow, he's getting really low. And I don't know how many times I can say he's getting really low.
That's, oh, and we missed the kill bottom.
Oh, wow, Seely's barely getting away. Jin did go down in that fight. Nice gank by Polycat that I wasn't able to see, unfortunately.
Seely actually...
Oh, yeah, look, Polycat immediately, with the instant response time, says, I instantly took red earlier. HF still doesn't have that. I mean, instantly do Dragon right now. 2 members essentially removed from the potential of this team fight because, well, one was killed and the other one had to back. So we have Angel and ATAP potentially to contest this 4v2, but it's really not going to be good. Mr. Gulliver still has blue buff thanks to that reset earlier. And, oh, they don't want to fight this. Team Spaghetti Cat wants to go home, spend their gold, and remain in the lead right now by only 1.3k gold, but still pretty significant at 13 minutes. Oof.
So both kills actually on Fairy Tail now are on Arbit Rage.
Yeah. Arbit Rage coming in actually interesting. So he's probably going to go for the Wriggles tank plank build, but he did get a Philosopher's Stone in the meantime to help keep his mana up. His mana costs are, I think, significantly larger than Irelia's.
Yeah. Especially because Irelia gets to be halved whenever she's farming.
Right. And here's another donation of blue to Mr. Gulliver. Mr. Gulliver's had blue almost consistently ever since his first. He had the first one, it reset when he got the kill on Angel in mid, thanks to Polycat, and now he's going to get a third one. Here's Angel getting his second, excuse me. Again, the female champions for Angel. I'm so sorry, I keep calling you my girl. There's nothing wrong with that, but I had the feeling you're a guy.
Right, bottom.
Yep. Little harass going on. Chris's hero. There's the stun. Oh, he finally gets unsealed. His ultimate is about to go up. There, just popped. But here's A-Tab with a flash in. There's Twisted Advance. Chris's hero getting very low. Seely will go down to a basic attack from Chris's hero. Oh, and a trade right there for 80 carries.
I really feel like Seely could have gotten out of that one just with a net.
Totally,
and let the rest of the team pick up the kill.
Yep. Especially since at that point you'd seen Paktar had backed completely out. Paktar was in no position to help Chris's hero get out. So that would have been an easy pickup without the added death of Seely. But now look at Jaylight. Despite the 2 kills on Arbit Rage, Jaylight's having no problem in lane right now. He even was ballsy enough to get an Elixir of Fortitude. He's got the Heart of Gold Ninja Tabi and a Cloth Armor. Have no trouble against Arbit Rage. At this point, Arbit Rage has transitioned from being a harass lane into a just straight up farm lane. And you can see he's doing that quite effectively. He has the third highest farm in the game right now at 111. And I think he may have the highest gold. Oh no, he's behind Brand actually, pretty significantly. Mr. Gulliver just playing a brilliant mid. We did see Mr. Gulliver do a great tower last game, and is so far demonstrating a remarkable ability on Brand as well. So Chris's Serial has a couple options to go from here. He does have the Wriggles. The M5 build would dictate a PD next, Phantom Dancer, but he might just go straight for the oh wow, taking a lot of damage from Sealy right there. He might just go for the Infinity Edge instead. Actually, only 2 and 2 right now for Chris's Serial, and well, actually none of the kills obviously went to Sealy, so Sealy's actually behind Chris's Serial in that regard.
Polycat actually bought, waiting for a chance to go in.
Yep, and it was
meets a trap. Yep,
heavily broadcast. I think the minions might have seen him anyway. But decides to go ahead and just back in that brush with the ward. Actually, they have no ward. Just Sealy just threw that out. Blind and got the hit.
Well, it was trapped, so they knew it was there.
Oh, lol. Not so blind. I haven't really seen this new support be anything special here, but here's a stun about to go on Seely. Oh, Paktar with a great ult. The net out is not going to be quite enough to get her out of that, and Seely taking a lot of damage. The ult from Chris's Serial and just enough basic attacks to get that kill. Whoa, Chris's Serial being totally aggressive here. Almost gets another stun on Jin, which would have been
teleport in.
Oh, teleport in from Jaylight, and not Jaylight, Arbit Rage. He's running in the bottom. Here's an counter teleport. Arbor Rage forced to back off. Jelly is now here, but I don't think anything's really going to happen at that.
Oh, Mr. Gulliver actually got ganked, but managed to get away mid while all that was going on.
Akatsuki Angel with the blue is going to run out any second now, though. He does have the early Rod of Ages, so I was right. No Rabadon's Death Cap quite yet. We're in a back right now. Mr. Gulliver's got a lot of gold. He's going to grab, an entire Will of the Ancients on top of that needlessly, and double Dorans. That's going to be really strong for him in mid. I really see Brand being at the helm, so to speak, for Team Spaghetti Cat in this particular game. And Arbit Rage, he's doing well. He needs to, be able to use this advantage. I mean, Gangplank's going to be a late-game beast. It remains to be seen what he can do in the mid-game, though.
It's interesting to me that J-Light and Arbor Rage are kind of just sticking around bottom.
Yeah,
exchanging blows. Nobody's top.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
In fact, it's actually kind of bad for Arbit Rage because the minions are pushing his tower.
Yeah, absolutely. Although ATAP's going to be here to soak up some of that experience, get some last hits, and, keep the tower from going down.
I hope they stick around. I want a 3v3 bot.
Oh, and it looks like you might, oh, there's the ult from Arbit Rage. He wants to go in. J-Light getting focused, but not taking damage. They want to get Chris's Serial, but he's just out of reach. They're going to switch on to Arbit Rage. I'm sorry, there's the nice heal. Chris's Serial is doing good to stay in the back right now. There's going to be the kill from J-Light on Jin. Jin will go down. Arbit Rage running back to the tower. Here's Sealy, actually, with a couple marks on her. J-Light doing so much damage. And Chris's Serial doing a great job of just staying out of the way until he can engage. As soon as Tarek hit that ultimate, kind of indicating a focus on the J-Light, Chris's Serial just turned around and started doing a lot of damage. They're going to take bot tower. They're going to take it right now. We got a couple pings right now to defend mid, but no, instead, Angel's actually coming down bot with a nice flash and ultimate. This could be bad for Team Spaghetti Cat, but it looks like they're going to be totally fine. Angel knows this, turns around immediately.
Oof. ATF blew a flash to get away from Mr. Gulliver, but I don't think he was in the pillar anyway.
ATAP with that red buff, but no mana. And Mr. Gulliver saying, well, somebody's got to be top. It must be
These
me.
lanes are going all over the place now.
Yeah, it's exciting. Here's Arbor Rage coming back into mid. Polycat sees him, so's Poktar. They're all at full health, except for Chris's Serial and J-Light, so, not all. But, sometimes it is worse.
Arbor Rage might get caught here.
Nah, he's got oranges. It's okay. Arbor Rage with an interesting build. I'll comment on that later when there's not so much action going on. This ult from Chris's Serial immediately. ATAP's going to eat the stun. Arbor Rage as well, actually. And a great ult from Poktar. Wow, the slow from that was intense. Polycat doing so much damage. Jayla with the red buff now. Nice and picked that up. Oh, but the ult. Oh, but Jayla flashing into the way of Sealy's ult. Going to save Chris's Serial. Very nice play. And that's going to be a 1 for none. Ooh, they got them really low, but it was still very well played. Mr. Gulliver's here now, though. He wants to make things happen. Actually, he's going to get caught way out of position. He's going to probably go down. Goes down to Angel right now, and that's 1 for 1.
Ooh.
But Jin will fall to the Ignite. 1 for 2. Team Spaghetti Cat making sure that they do not lose in that regard. But unfortunately, yeah, Mr. Gulliver's positioning was definitely left something to be desired. To be desired there. That may
especially
actually,
that Tarek stun over the hill was pretty nice.
Oh yeah.
And leaving them in maybe a disadvantage for Dragon. They still have 3, but they're all pretty low.
Yep. Score's only 8-4 right now, although there are 2 towers. And again, this is something we saw last game. 2 towers advantage for Team Spaghetti Cat. They're just using this global gold advantage really hard. I mean, the farm, honestly, for both teams, it is in favor of Team Spaghetti Cat, but only a little bit. I see 173 farm for Cassiopeia, and 132 for Gangplank. So farm's going really quite well for both sides, but those towers are really helping out Team Spaghetti Cat and the dragon that they got at 13 minutes.
Which is up.
Yep, and actually
we can expect a fight pretty soon, I think.
We do have the Vision Ward down for Team Spaghetti Cat. They know that there's no other wards here, but here's assuming. Oh, actually, Jin's already got the oracles. Here's Chris's Serial. I almost said Chris's secret. And actually, my roommates were in fact watching the very first director's cut Blu-ray edition version of Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, last night on our sound system and what do you call that thing? A projector downstairs. It was brilliant. It was gorgeous. I do love those movies, as many of us do. Oh, actually, here's J-Light. He wants it so bad, he's going to jump immediately on the Jin. Polycat's there, too. Brand as well, doing a lot of damage, but actually, Jin's focusing me switch. Angel gets a kill on Polycat. The Brand ult is bouncing around. The ult from Gangplank was really good.
Serial actually around the back?
Yep. Oh, he's going to get the stun on the ATAB, and oh, no, he really wants Sealy. Oh, he's got the red buff. He's moving up on the Sealy. So much going on here. Poktar gets a great ult off. and Angel will fall. Here's J-Light coming in, pick up the kill on Arbit Rage, and Chris Cyril manages to get the kill meanwhile on Sealy, but actually ATAV comes on Mr. Gulliver and recognizes he can get a kill there and picks up the blue as well as a shutdown. So not bad play by ATAV there, but definitely going in favor of Team Spaghetti Cat. That was 4 for 2. And they're going to get mid-tower as well, and almost definitely Dragon. They can definitely Dragon off of this, even without Polycat. No problem. J-Light's feeling pretty tanky right now, as is Poktar. Actually, no. J-Light's going to go ahead and
top.
Go top. There's a lot of farm there.
Farm.
And looks like Poktar and Chris's Secret... damn it. Chris's Serial want to take Dragon. They're going to do that. There's the Blood Boil. ATAV's rushing to that Dragon, and by rushing, no, he's actually just farming mid. Now he's coming. And Polycat just in time with the Smite. Gonna grab that out of the hands of Poktar and Chris's Serial. And now we're up, a quite significant 7k gold for Team Spaghetti Cat. Poktar actually might get caught out of position right here. He's gonna lay down the Ice Blast, but here's ATAV. He could have the Twisted Advance. If Jin gets here, he could also get the stun, but no, just gonna walk here unfazed. Poktar feeling not threatened whatsoever. And this is now 3 towers to none and 2 dragons to none, as well as a 12-6 lead. Team Spaghetti Cat again have built themselves a nice early game, and even a nice early and mid game, and they're really going to catapult into the late game now. Deathcap and Will of the Ancients for Mr. Gulliver right now, 413 AP versus the only Needlessly and Rod of Ages for Angel right now at 224 AP, so about half the AP of Mr. Gulliver. And that means a lot. I gotta say, that means a lot on Brand. One of the reasons I like Brand so much is that he's an AP carry where even his passive, literally everything he does, all 4 abilities and his passive scale off of AP. So he just loves it. It's just brilliant. Overall scaling is very hard. And here's Arbit Rage up at top. A nice positioning by Team Spaghetti Cat. They recognize they have all 3 outer towers down. They need to start taking control of the jungle. They haven't quite warded it yet, but that's what they're doing right now. Actually, Jin taking half his health worth of damage thanks to a pillar and stun from Gulliver. Meanwhile, Chris's Serial and Poktar are doing a little bit of a split push. So we have a 3-2 split right now from Team Spaghetti Cat. This isn't a bad idea for Fairy Tail to engage pretty soon. Angel wants to lay down a stun. But nope, they're worried about losing bot, and here instead ATAV is going to come over and try to stop Poktar and Chris's Secret. But Chris's Secret right now, he's got the Infinity Edge, and the Wriggles got the Blood Boil, doing tons of damage to that tower. They're pushing 2 towers simultaneously. What's Fairy Tail going to do about it?
They seem to be kind of divided between what they should do.
They need to decide.
The longer they wait to make a decision, the more Spaghetti Cat's going to push.
That's another 1,000 gold in favor of Team Spaghetti Cat. They're now up, 7.5k gold. And actually, J-Light's now splitting off to farm top. This could be a good time to do something about, do something for Fairy Tail. They did see Chris's Serial. They did ping. Polycat's a little bit forward, but no. Looks like the Poktar so fearless Poktar. What was that? What am I even going to say? The noose is slowly slipping around the neck of Fairy Tail. Whatever, some kind of metaphor about slowly winning. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Actually, early Randuin's Omen on J-Light. That's pretty interesting. I do like that. Angel and Arbit Rage having movement speed boosts, so anything that help slow them down just a little bit. Actually, look at that early Randuin's Omen on ATAV as well. Don't see that
Looks
quite
like Arbit
often.
Rage might be getting caught top.
Yep.
Actually, using the oranges to get out of Polycat's infinite duress. That was pretty smart.
Absolutely. Even better than cleanse oranges.
Orange is pretty strong fruit.
And they have been getting the red buff to actually Arbit Rage instead of Caitlyn, instead of Sealy, and I kind of agree with that. I mean, he's a melee, so he gets the added bonus of the extra slow, and he can apply that melee at range. So that's pretty cool. And on a very low cooldown. Because it's Gangplank. We have the Baron warded right now for Team Spaghetti Cat. It's obvious that their positioning indicates that they're really concerned with that right now. Actually, they might want to do it. Maybe. But it's not really a great time to do it right now. Chris's Serial is coming out of spawn. He now has a Zeal on top of that Infinity Edge. He's going to be dishing out damage, that AD Cannon. Really rocketing up there. He's going to be grabbing red. Actually, a lot of pings. They're saying, we're backing. This could be a great time for Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail has it warded twice, actually. Lol. But Poktar's going to be coming in. He hits the trap. Ooh. Could this be a catch? Not quite. But they want to take out those wards. They really do. They need to get the vision in there, and they get somebody ranged to that. Here's Chris's hero. Now they can fight. They have the AD. He has red. Excuse me. And we're ready to go. Jin's actually a little far forward. Polycat doesn't want to... Oh, the flash out. Polycat doesn't want to quite use his ultimate on that. He really wants to save it for Angel, ATAV, or Sealy. Probably Angel or Sealy, though. And they're just going to push the wave instead. They really want to force this right now. Team Spaghetti Cat's in a good place. Paktar is a little bit low, but otherwise they're in a great place to fight right now. They have the blue buff and Gulliver.
And they know they can force Fairy Tail to react to them, especially if they do start this Baron, which
Jin's
they're
starting
thinking
to
about.
back. Why? Jin's starting to back. Jin's starting to... Oh, he stops it. Okay, he stops backing. Eating another trap, Paktar. Cleaning up both those wards. Actually, they proc Baron there. And Baron will dig into J-Light just a little bit there.
They're looking for a catch here. I guarantee
Anything
if
they can
Polycat
get.
sees a way to go in,
He will.
he'll start the fight because they feel good about winning it.
And Polycat can start that fight with the ultimate, which will immediately stack up his wit's end and get him just a little bit more tanky. So he wants to jump onto somebody at any point here.
Nice trap.
Great trap, yeah. Poke definitely for Fairy Tail is doing pretty well. This is just... I mean, you have to understand how tense this is right now for Fairy Tail, man. They're on the brink. This is match point. They can't... If this team fight is the game, then this is their whole series right now. This is first place and second place right now. Jin's walking in. He's going to take a lot of damage. Some CC's used. There's ATAF. He's going to be ulted by Polycat. Going to die. There's Chris's hero. Unstoppable, picking up the kill on both of those teams for Fairy Tail. Akatsuki Angel getting a nice ultimate, but to go down to Mr. Gulliver. That's 3 for 0. That's Baron. That's game. Chili. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I mean, even if Fairy Tail had stolen the Baron, which it looked like their plan was to steal it,
yeah.
I think they still would have lost the fight.
There was the flash over by ATAP. He had the smite. Arbit Rage and Paktar going at it right now. Actually, Arbit Rage is going to get the kill on Paktar. Oh no, he heals, so he might be alright, but the push is strong. Arbit Rage really wants it. Oh, he's going in. Oh, but the teleport back! He's going to have to flash over the wall. Great flash, but unfortunately not with the team right now. Still 3 members of Team Spaghetti Cat pushing onto that inhibitor. It may not be immediately game. I take that back. There are 4 members out for Fairy Tail. Actually, Arbit Rage! Oh no, he just backed. He was about to get caught by J-Light. So not quite game, but it's over 9,000. No, it's over 12k gold lead right now for Team Spaghetti Cat. Ooh, and they're gonna pick up a dragon on top of it. Oof. Paktar with the looks like he's going for what is he building? Sunfire Cape, also some magic resist. I like it. Interesting, Paktar not really building support items, quote unquote. I mean, he's got the gold pretend, but he doesn't have like those aura items that you commonly see on support champions. Instead, just going for general tankiness.
He is OO and 12. Oh, that's pretty helpful. He's doing for a support.
Doing wonderful, especially you know, Nunu's got to be tanky. He's going to be in there in the fight. Pretty deep. I don't know what to say. What do you think? What can they do right now? What can Fairy Tail do?
They can hope that Team Spaghetti Cat decides to dive all in, use all their ults, and fail to kill anyone.
They're baiting. Honestly, Jin baited pretty hard there. Like, Polycat could have ulted Jin there. He could have, but instead he saved it for ATAV in a very smart move. I don't know. It's going to be hard to bait them at this point. Although some members of Team Spaghetti Cat do have the tendency to be occasionally out of position.
Yeah.
If they can manage to get a pick,
even if they get baited, they can probably win the fight.
I know they just have the gold right now. They have the funding. They have been subsidized to the point where they can muscle their way through. Great ward by Chris's hero. They're going to see Jin coming around. Chris's hero is going to dig into Jin right there. The stun's pretty strong though, and oh, there's the ult by Arbit Rage. The tower will fall. Here's ATAP coming in. Jin's going to fall. ATAP's going to fall soon after. Mr. Gulliver just dishing out the damage. That's the ult on the ceiling from Polycat. There's Chris's hero going down. He's going to dive onto the ult. Ooh, not quite doing anything there.
But even that wasn't that bad of an engage. I mean, that wasn't that bad of an initiate.
Oh, not at all.
Fairy Tail.
And oh, look at Paktar.
They lost 4.
The support champion Paktar is split pushing bottom lane. No fear at all. Actually, Caitlyn is picking up Infinity Edge.
But it's
31 minutes, yeah.
a lost cause at this point, I think.
Never give up, never surrender. But oh, Mr. Gulliver actually calling the GG. Team Spaghetti Cat, I mean, hey, can't really fault them for feeling good about themselves. They've just played 8 rounds in the Ryze Up 2012 tournament, and they haven't dropped a game at all. They just haven't lost. I'm so impressed with them. Fairy Tail playing very, very, very well. Making some great plays. And I mean, honorably taking second place in this wonderful tournament. I have to say, some spawn dives going on right now.
Until today, they hadn't lost a game either.
Yeah, absolutely. So both of these teams, the best of the best in the tournament. It has been a pleasure casting for everyone here.
Woohoo! Thanks for letting us cast.
Yeah, seriously, Insomnium, Law Report, we have so many people to thank, honestly. Again, this is Edwin Moles in Chile, PSUP Esports. I will bring myself back up here on the camera real quick. It's been amazing. Ryze Up 2012, one of the best tournaments I've seen recently. And I hope to see many more out of Law Report, seriously. Got anything to say, Chile?
It's late. That's what I have to say.
It is late. It's 3:10 a.m.
I really wanted a game 3 because, you know, I wanted to come down to the wire, but at the same time, like our commentary would have been really, really poor.
I mean, hey, we're here to entertain you and do the best we can. I hope that you had a good time watching. I hope that you had a good time playing Team Spaghetti Cat, Fairy Tail, anyone else that played in the tournament. It's just been a joy. Everyone's been super well-mannered, and I don't know. I heap praise upon you. I think that is it for right now.
Yep.
I'd love to play another Arab to continue the stream and have a little bit of fun, but I think we really need to hit the sack.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
And, yeah. I'm just...
Well
I'm
played,
such a
good
mood.
games. Congratulations to Spaghetti Cat and to Fairy Tail for second place.
Yep. And thank you, Chili, for streaming when I cannot. Unfortunately, my bandwidth is not high enough, but Chili's there. Got my back. Streaming that
I'm here.
up. And I'll be uploading these videos to YouTube as soon as possible. Alright?
Alright.
For those of you on the East Coast, West Coast, and everything in between, thank you, and good night.